I'm a teacher by profession, and the most question that I've been asked here is, are you planning to go back to Namibia? And I always answer that yes. The first reason is that the Namibian government has invested much in my education, and I think I would not do good if I don't pay back by offering my service. And I would encourage all the other people to do the same. Come to Finland, then go and implement in your country, not necessarily copying what Finland is doing, but implementing it in the context of your country based on the needs in the situation in your country. So I think that's the recommendation I would give to any other person who wants to come and study in Finland, because it wouldn't do any good to your country. You have acquired the skills and you have decided to abandon your nation and come and sit in Finland. I mean, Finland has a lot of good things, and they have a lot of good people already who are employed and doing all the good things. So learn from them and go and implement in your own country. That will also help the education system. I speak mostly because of because I'm a teacher, so I focus much on the education system. But whatever sector that you are coming from, go and help in that area. I'm sure that the skills that you acquire here will help you do better in your country, in your area of specification.
Maybe to just add on, I think it's important that these projects that are between Finland and Africa are mutually beneficial. So in the sense that if you're going to be working on a project like the one that I was working on, it was between Academy Finland and the NRF in South Africa. It should be done in such a way that when the knowledge is created, it's expected that the student brings back the knowledge, or at least the researcher brings back the knowledge to Africa. So I don't know, maybe from a bureaucratic point of view, there should be some rules, at least, or some agreements that when you finish your studies, you come back and you give back to Africa. But even if there are no rules like that, I think someone should come in with an entrepreneurial mindset, in the sense that there's so much technology that's out here, some stuff that's so simple to implement back in Africa, and it's not being done right now. So as there are so many opportunities for growth in Africa, if you have an entrepreneurial mindset, you can always get this talent or these new technologies and bring it back. And who knows, maybe you could actually start up something in Africa with just using the knowledge and the technology that you have gained here in Finland.
This is a very important question. This brain drain is really a pain for Africa, even though some people argue against. It's like they see the brain gain aspect of it, but it's really a challenge for Africa. If we see the statistics, clearly they tell us the fact how Africa is losing the talents. And well, the most important for me, there is no there is no direct answer to solve this problem, but I see it from myself, I see it from my friends. Even I see now I'm advising master students coming from Africa. And well, the most important thing to avoid this thing is that we African students should focus on research that links them to Africa. The topic, especially in the social science field. I'm not sure in the natural science, in the engineering, in the science part, but in the social science part, if Africans, we don't have to lose the brain, the talents of Africa while doing the research, either in master's level or in PhD level, the topic of our research in one way or another should be related with Africa. I said this to my advises. I have some African students from Ethiopia and from Cameroon as well. So when they developed their proposal, they tried to make their topic, which is specifically about Finland or about Europe or somewhere else. And the first question that I asked them is, why not Africa? I know what they are doing, why they are doing that, because they are looking for their future career, so they want to get a job in Europe or in Finland or somewhere else. But the thing that many African students lose, or including me, that this is Europe is well-researched area. They have well researchers, well-developed researchers, qualified researchers. So they have researched a lot. the West is where research is. I'm not saying that it's all over, but what's the most important thing is not where research is Africa. So that is the way that link you, one researcher, African researcher linked to his country, to his continent, is finding a topic, a real problem in Africa, so that you could deliver something to your country. And for example, me, I completed my PhD in 2016, and the first thing that I did just a year before or a few months before my my completion date is to create a project with my professor who had strong link with Africa, with Ugandan universities and with Ethiopian universities, with South African universities. So we developed a project and we got the funding for 3 years. So I have been working as a coordinator in that project. So I use my knowledge, my skill, my experience in my PhD and develop that project based on my research findings. So it links me with Africa. Even though still I'm here, I'm coordinating a project with Ethiopian universities, with Ugandan universities. Even we are working now with University of KwaZulu-Natal in one capacity development in higher education leadership and management. So this is one way that link me with Africa and with my country, Ethiopia. So we have to focus, we have to convince our students, African students, at least a project or a topic, a research topic that links them with their country.
I want to really emphasize on what Johannes said, that when you do research in Finland, let your focus be on Africa. And if you get the opportunity to come and study in Finland, keep the collaboration when you return back to your country. It will help.
I think that, we should really talk about like liberation, by education. So we are global citizens, we work all around. So it's not about brain feed or whatever. We are just exchanging, we are working with different partners globally, but in the context. And this is what we want to do also by our future technology lab here.
I would like to echo what Erkki was saying about the global citizenship and the fact that the digitalization is really making us rethink the issues of brain drain or issues of boundaries, because there's no boundaries. We're in an interconnected world, and I think it's wonderful, and I would encourage people to think opportunity with Finns as an extended opportunity of your local talent, with globalized assets, with a cooperation that brings added value to our own life world where we've been living. So it's a mutual thing, and it's an interactive thing. So I'm looking forward to more connections, and you can find me in the internet and our activities, particularly in East Africa, but these things are scalable. So take a look at it and make the opportunity real in your surroundings.
I think that the title, I like the future is made with Finland, not necessarily in Finland. And I think that should be, for the people that are worried about brain drain and so on. I think Finland is a fantastic country. There is a fantastic country to study in. But I mean, Africa is an amazing continent full of opportunities. So I don't think there really need to be a competition. I think Finnish people are probably more and more discovering how fantastic this continent is. So maybe the brain drain would rather be from Finland moving this side. We see Erkki sitting in Namibia nowadays, one of the most brilliant professors I know. So I think it should go both ways, both directions. And I think that is also where we're headed.